Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my 2 girls. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 90. Got my coffee, Scrappy Sunday, pumpkin spice creamer. That's good. Today is Sunday, February 28th, 2021. It is the last day of February. That's bananas. This is a podcast mostly about knitting, sometimes crochet, sometimes cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. If you are new, welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. You can find all the show notes right down there. I'll have links to where you can find me on Instagram, Ravelry, links to shops, patterns, all that good stuff right down there. Excuse me. Today I have one finished object and 4 works in progress. I have a little bit of stash enhancement. Some are yarn related, but not yarn. Reading and watching. My February stash stats. And I might go over how I'm keeping track of what I knit, if there's time. It might be a big episode, guys. So hopefully you have your knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, and let's get started. All right, finished object, the one and only. Socks. Oh my. I love these. These are for my mom for Christmas. Excuse me again. This is Patons Kroy Magic Stripes. I did the heels in Patons Kroy Gentry Gray. I kind of wish I did heels, toes, and cuffs in that gray color, because it almost matches the black stripe in this. It's really, really close. But, yep, these are from my mom. I do mine 64 stitches, magic loop, afterthought heel. I cut it in, I pick up stitches and then I cut it. I do not use waste yarn. Yeah. That's it. 12 rows of 2x2 rip. And that's my only finished object. I almost had to. Almost. It's close. We'll talk about that in a minute. First, we're going to talk about whip number 1. This is a bag that my friend Amie made me. Oh, I have to show you this. I thought this was cute. My oldest daughter snuck a little note in my knitting bag. Isn't that the cutest? She snuck it in there when I wasn't looking. She's being sneaky. All right. This is KnitPicks Felici Vampire Vibes. I purchased this in summer 2020. I do not know if it's still on the KnitPicks website. I know they have Felici, but I don't know about this color. I wish I bought 2 of these. I really love these. Look at these. So these were my buffer pair of socks because I'm going to be casting on Desert Vista Dye Works, but I have to wait till March 1st. And I believe I finished those socks on Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday I finished them. And I'm like, I can't go 4 days without socks. No socks on the needles. So I believe I showed these last week. I just had cuffs. So I did that much. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. These are for my friend Amie for her birthday, which is in June. I am on top of it. The cuffs, I'm going to do cuffs, heels, and toes. Whoa. And KnitPicks Stroll Dove Heather. Let's see, I do 64 stitches, 15 rows of 2x2 rib for the cuff. All of these markers are counting my rows, 10 rows per marker, so that way when I do the second sock, they will be the same. And this is, the white ones right here is where I'm going to put my heel. It just worked out where it's like right in there. It's like, oh, I love it when that happens. Especially when I'm doing contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs. When I'm going to do the stripes, if it lands in the middle, it's fine. I like it when it does that too. But so this is what I have done. I think I have 110 rows. Yep, almost 120 rows. I'm going to do 140 and do the toe. So I'm hoping to finish, maybe not finish the sock, but finish it and do the toe today. I don't know. We will see. And then I'll probably set them aside and do my Desert Vista. I'm kind of feeling like I just want to knit socks all week. So I may not have very many whips next time. I just want to work on all the socks. All of the socks. Oh, I forgot to say, I'm using Chiaogoo's red lace 2.5 millimeter, which is a US 1.5, 32-inch cord. All right, here's the whip that I almost had finished. I was so close. I finished all of the knitting on Friday, but I'm going to block it and Kitchener it together. So, didn't quite, I could have had it blocked by now, but it wouldn't have been dried. And so I was like, I'm not going to rush myself. We will just show it on the podcast. I will probably block it today. And hopefully it'll be done, or finished next week. So this is what I had left of the stroll. I used 4 of these. So this is, I used 2 full ones, and then this is 22 grams, 11 each of what I had left for the main color. And this is KnitPicks Stroll Cobblestone Heather. I was on a, like, I need to finish this. So I did a lot of work on this. All right, so here is the end. This is my Paint Pan Cowl by Warm Stripes. Let's see. All I said is the Paint Pan Cowl in my show notes. I didn't say what needle. I think it was a US 6. Nope, not in last week's show notes either. I'm pretty sure it's a US 6. Chiaogoo 16-inch needle. Did a provisional cast on, so that's the end. So you already seen all this. Where's my Chewbacca? There's my Chewbacca. So that's, I was just finished this last week, and that is a Chewbacca Yeti from Simply Serving. So this is what I finished this week. So I was right here. Look at that. Still going. Still going. Oh, look at that. Look at it. So I have some yarn on the bobbin here because I'm going to need that to Kitchener them together. I put it on, also put it on waste yarn because there's no needles. It's on waste yarn. It's okay, guys. It's okay. So I'm going to soak this. Let's see how it goes. This is my first attempt at blocking something. So wish me luck. I'm assuming you just soak it and don't like take it out of the water like this, right? I'm going to probably have to wind it in a like a little, scoosh the water out, and probably put it on a towel, scoosh some more water out, and don't hang it like this, right? Because that's just going to make it grow. And then put it on mats and pin it, right? I don't know. It'll be an experiment. But yeah, I did from, where's my Chewbacca? Where did he go? There we go. From here to here. Oh, look at all that knitting. That is a ton. I feel like that's not right. Oh, because, nope. That's not right. From here to here. I had the other end. Oops. That's still a ton. That's still a lot. From here to here. So I did 4 repeats of the chart. The chart was 12 colors per row, or per chart. And I did not repeat any of the colors. So I have 48 different colors in here, which is awesome. So yeah, this is ready to block and sew this, or stitch this together. If it all goes well, Amie, I will block yours too. Because I do plan on making another one of these. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the color work. It's been a long time since I've done color work. Oh, I like this this yarn right here, kind of striped. I thought that was funny. Do the stripe on this side too? Yeah. These ones kind of striped. All right, I think that's it. So, almost done. So close. All right, I better take my Chewy off because we don't want to wash him. Set him right there. Don't want to put him in the wash. And this bobbin I'll have hanging over my tub that I'm going to soak it in so it won't get... Anyway, and it's plastic, so if it does fall in there, it's not a big deal. All right. My next whips are my blankies, or blankets. Not a lot of whips this week, obviously, because I've been working on that cowl. All right, this is my Cozy Comfort Throw by Molly of a Homespun House. I am using KnitPicks Stroll Ash, and I'm holding it with KnitPicks Felici scraps that I wind into Magic Knot Ball. I almost said Magic 8 Ball. Do you guys remember those Magic 8 Balls? All right, I have switched to Chiaogoo's. I mentioned that last week that I was using Knitter's Pride Dreams, and I was afraid that the weight was going to break the needle, so I decided to use something that's a little more sturdier, which Chiaogoo's cable is a lot stronger than Knitter's Pride Dreams. So I purchased the needle and it came in the mail, so Chiaogoo's. I'm using US 8s. I can't see. Chiaogoo. Yep, US 8. And I'm using a 32-inch cord. Where is my stitch marker? There he is. So this is how much I got done. From there to here. I will probably work on this in the evening too, tonight, since it's Scrappy Sunday. Most nights I've been working on this. There's a few nights I worked on those socks, but pretty mindless knit. Oh, I love this. Look at this. So I got a little bit of light colors going on, and then I'm going back to dark. Oh, I love it. I think when I measured it last time it was 10 inches, but I don't know if that's from my marker. I hope this is a screenshot. Oh yeah, not much else. Holding it double so it's DK weight and it's very squishy. And it smells like Tough Woolen's Lavender Apple because that's usually what I put on my hands almost all the time nowadays. Yeah, I guess that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but let's move the marker. So see it one more time. So that's how much I got done. I'm going to move my marker now before I forget, because I probably will. I'm going to put them right there. Now we're ready to go for this week. We'll see, it's starting to get warmer, and when it gets warmer, I just don't want to work on blankets. So we'll see. Today it's supposed to get to 50, which is bananas. Tomorrow it's like 32, so I don't know what's weather's being crazy, I guess. And of course it's nice and warm, and it's going to rain all day, so we can't go for a walk. Tomorrow will be sunny and 32, and I'm like, nope, I don't wanna go for a walk. All right, last whip is my Cozy Memories blankie. Here it is folded. This is the Coziest Memories by Kemper Ray. I am using Signature US 2s, which is a 2.75. Using the MIDI ones because I don't want to poke my finger. And yeah, there's my needles. So I did 28 squares for February. I did it. Now I'm going to add 2 today. Technically it's still February. I'm just going to count them for March. I got to unfold this and figure out where I'm at. Where am I? Oh yeah, this week I did 4 and I started a new row. So I did 4 at the end. Did these 4. And then I started a new row. Where is it? And did these squares. I am weaving my ends in as I go. Maybe. There we go. The only change I did is I'm doing 20 by 20 stitches. I think the pattern is 23 by 23. I believe. And yeah, what else? At the beginning, let's see if I can figure this out. So I do something different at the end and the beginning of the row to get these little V's, so that's easier to pick up the stitches. I don't know if you can see them. So for every row, minus like the last 2 rows because it's difficult to do it. So I purl, I slip the first stitch purlwise, and I do whatever I need to do for the rest of the row. And at the last stitch, I knit through the back loop, and I do that for every row. And that gives me these little V's. So that is not in the pattern either. And I don't know if you guys want to see the back. Oops, there's my show notes. Here's the back. Oof. there's the back. There's just, it's like, it's no way to, there's no way for me to show all of this. It's 25 squares across, and I think I'm on row 14 right now. So that is a whole lot of squares. But yeah, I love this blanket. I'm going to keep working on it until it gets too hot. Probably have like, let's see, it's almost March, April. I probably have like maybe 3 more months before it gets like way too hot. I might just have to, when it gets towards May, I might have to work on it in the morning and before it gets too hot. Yeah, usually June, July, August, September, sometimes October, it's too hot to work on it, so it might be going in hibernation soon, which makes me sad. But yeah. And that's all of my whips. Works in progress. 20 minutes. Did I go through that too fast? I guess the last few episodes I've had 6 or 5 whips, so that's all right. I'm still got stuff to talk about. All right, I guess we'll go to stash stats. I had some issues with this. I had to recount and recount. I think I'm squared away now. The problem is that I have yarn here, here, and I have yarn in a box over there, and then plus my whips. So I got a little off count, but I think I'm good now. So in February, I started out with 135. I used 4. Uh-oh, I added 11. Oops. So then I broke it down into categories. I have Patons Kroy 18. I used 2, and then I bought 2, so that didn't move. KnitPicks Felici 42. Indie Dyed 64. Yee, that's a big. Red Heart 7. West Yorkshire Spinners 8. And Regia 3. So now my total, if I can turn the page, is 142. I gotta be good. Holy moly, that is a lot of yarn. But to be fair, the Felici and the Patons Kroy, each 50 gram, I'm counting as 1 skein. So when I complete the pair of socks, I can take away 2. So if you cut that down, it probably wouldn't be as bad, but that's how I'm doing it. Yeah. Last January and February, I didn't buy anything. That didn't happen this year. Or March. Yeah, I gotta start. I gotta be good. But I think I'm gonna buy one skein today. Because I saw Desert Vista Dye Works, her February colorways are going to disappear, and I saw someone knit one of her zombie colorways. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Somebody Loves You, like EWE, and somebody posted that on Instagram, their finished socks, and I'm like, I have to have that color for February next year. So I might just, because today's the 28th, they're not going to be back until next year. I think I'm gonna. But I'm not gonna add it for this February. I will add it whenever I receive it, and it usually takes her anywhere between a month and 6 weeks to dye yarn. So it won't be in my possession for a long time. So whenever it comes, I will add it then. But other than that, I gotta slow my roll. That's a lot of yarn, man. All right. My legs are starting to fall asleep a little bit. I will move in a second here. This is my notebook by Yellow Paper House. I did not buy it on her Etsy. I bought it on her other website. I am keeping track of all of my knitting, what I knit in this book. So I just write the yarn, the needle, and what it is. And then over here I write who it's for. So this is January. So last month I only knit myself one pair of socks. Everybody else got socks. How many did I knit total? 7 pairs last month, which is bonkers. I didn't knit that many socks this month. I don't know what it was. Probably because I was working on my pan cowl. So January I knit 7 pairs of socks total. 1 for me, 3 for my mom, 1 for Amie, 1 for Natalie, and 1 for Kroy. And those are my daughters. And then I knit 3 hats, 2 for me and 1 for my mom. So I'm at the end of the month, I'm totaling these all up, tallying them up, whatever you want to call it. So then at the end of the year, I just go to these sticky notes and just add all these up. And I'll find out how many things I knit for the year. So that's how I'm keeping track. This for February, I don't know, should I write my cowl on here or should I write it for March? I don't know yet. Let me know. It's not done, and I won't have it done today. I'll have it blocked. I won't have it kitchened. So, should I count it for February or should I count it for March as finished? It doesn't really matter. I knit 4 pairs of socks this month. 2 for Amie, 1 for my mom, and 1 for me. And then I knit my girls some hats. So that's 2 hats, and I did 28 squares on my blankie. So that is what I did for February. So, yeah. So that's how I'm keeping track. Just thought I'd bring that up. I don't think I'll do it every month. Every once in a while I'll get it out. All right. I need to move my blanket, and I need to stretch my legs out. Jammy pants. Oh. I'm getting too old to sit on the floor. All right, we'll go through some stash. Sorry for the crinkling. Now, yes, this is yarn, but these are minis. Minis don't count. Was it last week? I think last week I mentioned that I had to shovel snow and I needed payment. So I got minis. These are Dragon Horde yarn. Let's see, 75.25. And these are Harry Potter. This is the Hermione set. Oh, I love these. I will probably put, and I think they're 20 grams. Yep, 20 grams each. I will probably put a square on my blanket and probably make whatever I have left. I think I can make scrappy socks. Maybe if I use a contrasting heel and toe and cuff. And then this is 3 broomsticks. I love these. So this was my payment for shoveling 8 inches of snow, whatever day that was. And we'll set those down. And then I finally, I've been knitting probably, I started knitting socks probably like 3 years ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 3 years ago. And I've knit other things, but probably 3 years I finally I fell down the knitting sock rabbit hole, and then I wanted to knit everything. So I have knit sweaters in the past before I did my podcast. It's not my jam. I made a sweater and I only wore it a few times. I just don't gravitate towards wearing it. So my kids I also made my kids sweaters. They have been wearing theirs like crazy this year, so I think I need to make them new ones because they're outgrowing them. So I think that's on my list. I don't know. That would be nice to have those done for Christmas. Oh, I don't know. We'll wait and see. So, all to say is that I don't have any blocking mats. I have never blocked anything. I guess I'm a horrible knitter, but I bought some blocking stuff. I just bought the stuff on Amazon. So I'm going to attempt. I had to buy the rainbow ones. They are pins. So I just bought one set of these. I don't know. I'm sure that this is not going to be enough to block my cowl, but I didn't want to buy too many. So maybe later I'll buy more. And here's my blocking mats. I also bought these on Amazon, but they came with pins. So I have a few extra pins for blocking. And yeah, there's 9 of these square thingies. I don't know. It had good reviews. I don't know. Do you guys use these ones? They're kind of on the pricey side, but I'm hoping that it will be worth it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were just pricey because I bought them on Amazon. I don't know. So that is all my stash. Let me rearrange myself again. All right. We will quickly talk about reading and watching. Reading, I finished A Closed and Common Orbit, which is the second book in a series. What was the first one? Did I write it down? Something about an angry planet. A long way to a small angry planet. That was that was the first book of the series. I really love that book. The series is really good. Finished it in like 2 to 3 days. But then one of my library holds came in for audiobook. So I'm taking a break from that series for just a little bit. And I'm reading Catch-22. I have never read that book. It has been on my list for a really, really long time. So I decided my library finally got an audiobook version, so decided to bite the bullet and just read it. Also, Hulu came out with a TV series. Yeah. And my husband's like, I want to watch that. And I'm like, wait, I have to read the book first. So that is what I'm reading. Also reading the second book in the Scythe series. I think it's called Thunderhead. I'm reading that on my Kindle. I've been doing pretty good about reading a chapter before I go to bed. It may take me a while to finish it, but I am getting better at reading before I go to bed. Watching. We are still watching Stargate SG-1 Season 2. Battlestar Galactica Season 3. These are both rewatches for my husband and I. And today, we're going to watch Star Wars number 8 with my kids. So yeah, that is what I'm reading and watching. Life stuff. Oh man, I don't know if I want to talk about it, but I guess I will. We have to make a decision for my kids' schooling, whether to send them back in April or online for the rest of the year. And oh man. My husband and I, we actually agree on this. I don't like it, but I feel like with how it is now at the school, it's not any different than doing it at home, besides getting to see the other kids. So I think we haven't officially answered this email yet. So still, it could, flip, but I don't think it is. I think we are going to keep our kids home for the rest of the year. They have like they have March, they're going to be home schooling from home anyway, because that's how it worked out. So April, May, and part of June. There's like 2.5 months left after that. I feel like, I don't know if it's going to be full, and they are going to be full days. But as of right now, it's 2 days a week. I don't know if it's going to be 2 days a week for the rest of the year, or how that's going to work out. If it's only going to be 2 days a week, it's not worth it, in my opinion. And they're going to be sitting in front of, they're called learning labs, where they're going to have to take their devices to school and pretty much doing Zoom and what they're already doing at home. So I don't know if that's going to be the rest of the year. They have not said that. So I'm kind of like in a sticky situation where if I say, no, we're going to keep them at home, and then all of a sudden they do 5 days a week, full days, and they don't use their technology. I have no idea. I really doubt it. We'll just have to wait and see how the numbers go and all the, variants, and I don't know. So that's what we're leaning towards. I really don't know. I'm feeling semi-guilty about it because they want to go back. But I feel like the situation it's not any different than doing it at home. So we're going to stick it out, I think, and hopefully cross my fingers that it will be somewhat better in the fall and they can go back full time, 5 days a week. It's too close to the end of the school year. I feel like if I just send them back, they'll be like, oh, it's done. I don't know. That's just where I am. It's just how we're going to do it. So I think I'm going to buy myself something nice. Right? I think I deserve something nice for doing homeschooling for a year and probably a year and a half. March, April, May. Yeah. We'll just say a year and a half. So we did, all of the school year and half of the last school year. Yeah. I need something nice. So that is where I'm at. Not happy about it, but for my well-being, for my mental health, I think I would rather have them just stay at home. Because, yeah. And hopefully by the summer, everybody can get their shot. Their vaccine. Not the kids, obviously, but my husband, me. I plan on getting one if, when the time arises, when it's my turn. Well, I just hope that it's sometime this summer or fall before everybody goes back to school. Oh, I'm not going to think about next year. I'm not thinking about it. I don't want to stress myself out. So I think I'm going to buy myself skein yarn today. Yes, I am. So that was life stuff. Other than that, well, I guess there was one thing. I didn't mention it because it wasn't serious, but everything is fine now. My dad likes to ride his bike. Not motorcycles, regular bikes. He is avid biker. He likes to do races and go fast. And he fell. Usually he falls all the time. It's not a big deal, but this time he messed up his shoulder. He had to get surgery on Tuesday, and it went well, and he's recovering, so that went well. I was a little nervous about that, but so that happened. My dad. How old is my dad? I think he's 60. 63? Yes, 63. My mom will be 61. My dad will be 64 this year, so his birthday's at the end of the year. He needs to stop racing his bike. I know he likes to ride his bike, but he needs to slow down. He's gonna break his hip next. All right, today I plan on working on my blanket, blocking my cobble. I have some laundry to do. After I put some squares in my blanket, I think I'm going to work on the sock. Tomorrow I'm casting on my Desert Vista dye works for March. I will show those next week. Yeah, I think I'm just going to work on socks all week. Socks all week, and I'll probably work on my blankets. So I might have more socks and blankets. Finished objects. I don't know if I'll have a finished object. Oh no. That's okay, right? That's okay. We'll just wait and see. I don't know. I might surprise myself. I guess that's it. I'm just rambling now. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them right down there. I do read them. And hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.